Segundo. Venga, Casilda, venga.
Después me vas a sacar una película de...
Por favor, venga. I'm trying to get Casilda to come here. She's hiding. Come. Venga.
¿Cómo está Andrés a mí?
Hey, this is Casilda. She's very beautiful. She's nice. She's smart. She's intelligent. Hey, muy inteligente. Okay. This is the Ask Andy show. I've traveled nonstop for, 16 plus years. I went to 90 countries. I kind of ask questions about the live abroad lifestyle, I guess you'd say. Something like that, but I answer a lot of personal questions. I ask a lot of specific questions. If you write questions, write them specifically. But I'm introducing you to Casilda for a reason. Tim asked a question. He's an attorney in the United States. Hi, Andy. What goes wrong and who do you call? Okay, here in America, if your car breaks down and you can phone a friend, you can phone a friend. But overseas, you don't have a car, so you don't have that problem. I suppose you could be thrown in jail overseas and have to phone someone. But who? Your American friends most likely can't do much when you are way over there. What goes wrong and who do you call? Put it another way, do you have a safety net of friends or acquaintances who help you when things go wrong overseas? Tim. Okay. I mean, I have a safety net in the United States. My mother and father and my brothers and sisters and my nieces and nephews, which is like 17 or 20 of them. I don't know. I don't try to count them because there's so many. And obviously, if I had problems and I could contact them, they would help me. But what goes wrong on a more immediate basis? I just introduced you to Casilda. And I speak Spanish. I speak French. I try to learn Sawadee Krap. Yeah, I speak Fala Portuguesa, hello. I can, ask for the restroom in many languages. Okay, but when you're traveling overseas, abroad, your safety net is first and foremost, your safety net is the hotel you go into. So when you're going into a hotel, you first must evaluate it on the friendliness of the staff. You shouldn't really rent a hotel. You should... I'm not going to say this correctly. You shouldn't rent a hotel. You should rent in a place with a person. So I'm living in this hotel because of Casilda. That's her name. And she's my safety gap here. Every hotel I go into, I interview the staff and I talk to the people. Very seldom do I talk to a thing. Now, that doesn't mean I have to talk to the owner of the hotel. I have to talk to somebody that's here all the time, whatever. I'm quite different than I'm in the Jardín Escondido in Vilcabamba, and I'm quite different than Chris, the owner, the manager. I mean, it used to be run by a Mexican guy. Now I guess it's taken over by Chris, but I hear Pura Vida's going to take over in December or something. I don't know. But the point is, Casilda and Alberto in the kitchen right now are here all the time, because Alberto is the guard at night, and the thing. So Casilda is like the manager. So I often give them I give her my address, my phone number, my local phone number. But I also have a phone number. You want to say, how do you call somebody? You got to have a phone, okay? So Americans are a little bit not very savvy on this, but you should have an unlocked phone, and that will allow you to put in a SIM card from any country you're at. You really don't want to be trying to use a Verizon phone overseas or AT&T. It's just a Charlie Foxtrot. But you can buy a phone in most countries now for about $10 and put a phone in, and for less than $20 you can actually have a phone from the local thing. Because if you do need to call somebody, you need to call somebody local. And so maybe carry a card around for the business, whatever. Now, contrary to what you think, you got to understand corruption. Corruption is the normal way people go to jail because of some corruption between the police, whatever. And corruption does not want to keep you in jail. They just want to extract as much money as possible and then let you out. So they're basically going to weigh you up and see how much money you can come up with relatively quick. And then if you didn't come up with any money, they're going to let you go. But if you could wait them out. Now, you don't want everybody to know that you have a lot of money. That's why you shouldn't wear expensive clothing or demonstrations of higher value, rings and stuff, because obviously that makes you a target. Okay, so But your actual crimes, which if you are committing a crime, then you're going to be in trouble. It's SOL. Because at the end of the day, Casilda knows me. She knows I don't drink, smoke, do drugs, do all these things. All I do is I'm a habladora. I talk a lot. And so she would be a stand-up person for me, even if she don't like me, even if they don't like you, if they know that you're stand-up. I one time got attacked in Piedra de Cuesta in Mexico. Mexico is a very corrupt place. And they had actually paid the police to come get me. And I was helping a friend of mine to survey his thing to separate from his wife. So his ex-wife and his boyfriend came and attacked me and actually dragged me out of the property to the police car and were putting me in the back of this truck. And I forget the lady, but it's Tres Maria's restaurant there. The one lady, she had crutches, and she came up and she started saying, El tranquilo, el tranquilo. He's tranquil. He's very calm. And basically the whole village, even some people that I didn't really like, came out and really just separated me from the police. Then for the next 2 weeks, the police were trying to pick me up and give me rides and try to suck up to me, right? Because basically they knew that I said I didn't do drugs, I didn't do all the things. And they were very afraid that I would report it to the newspapers, what happened to me. And generally the people that get in trouble are doing something wrong, right? So, bottom line is, if you don't want to get arrested, come home before 11 o'clock at night. The people that get in trouble after 11 o'clock at night, they're kind of in harm's way. But who do you call? You're going to call first to think. So first of all, you got to have a card to the hotel in your hand, and you got to have some people collected. You got to go around and collect a few numbers. I probably have, I have Victor, Roberto, Casilda, Lorena, Monica. I have quite a few numbers, but this is a very small community, so if I got arrested, they would only have to walk about 4 blocks to come save me. But generally, the police are smart enough to take after the people that nobody's going to protect. Now, at the end of the day, there are people doing many things here that are bad, but basically, there's many ways to put yourself in harm's way, and so really an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. It's not who you call, so don't drive a car, don't stay out after 11 o'clock at night, and say hi to everybody and make friends. And if you're an antisocial person and you basically give the snub to everybody, guess what? You're going to be in jail for a long time, and you don't have a safety net. A safety net is having the charisma, the personality to be a friendly guy. Okay, that's pretty simple. I think I answered that, but at the end of the day, I also carry a plastic card my mother and father always put in my backpack. Inside the passport, there's a page where you can write contact information. You don't want to carry that with you, but you can take your passport and make it smaller and put all the information in your thing, and you shrink it, and then you put it in plastic, and what do you call it? Plastificado. I don't know the word in English. You put it in plastic. And my mother always gives it, Mom and Dad, they would give me a card with a telephone number and address in the United States. It's awesome. So I have 2 or 3 different ways. But there's like a 3rd, 4th page on your passport. Fill out this page because you got to give away. I'll actually even show you another way. I just did it the other day again. I take my backpack, I use a magic marker, and I actually put Andy Graham, hoboontheroad at yahoo.com. I'm constantly labeling things with very obvious. And strangely, you'll meet many, many expats who refuse to tell you their last name, which is the earmark. They got a lot of problems. Okay, admit who you are, be transparent, and you're going to be safe. But you got to create the line of contact. So you got to buy a phone when you get there. You got to, everywhere you go, you should have a phone outside the United States. Don't try to use the phones from the United States. That really don't work unless they got a dual SIM. I have dual SIM in my phone. I have 2 SIM cards in my thing. But it's a quad band unlocked phone, and I bought it specially for a project. But I also have another one that's tri-band or something, but it works in most countries. And I have my phone number listed right in the back so that even if they wanted to know which is, and in this country, in Vicabamba, in Ecuador, they actually use your cell phone kind of like an identification. So you might buy something and they'll ask your cell phone to put the identification of who you are. But create the line of, you got to basically do step 1, step 2, step 3, create a causal relationship between how to call somebody too, right? And technically the police will start calling everybody for you because they just want money. Okay. If you get in a car accident, then probably the United States Embassy is going to come in and start doing stuff to help too.
We can pack up tomorrow, tonight let's